Aguilera coming to you live from New York Comic Con right now with my personal favorite cast, the cast and 2 producers of Outlander. Yeah. Hey guys! So first off, 2 quick things. Happy belated birthday, Caitriona.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
How was your day yesterday? How'd you celebrate?
I flew to New York and I had a dinner with some of my favorite people.
Yeah.
And we are all feeling wonderful today.
We feel good. Yeah.
Please tell me you had plenty of whiskey last night.
No whiskey, but plenty of other stuff.
We celebrated, and there was cake as well.
There was cake, wasn't there? I think there was a martini or 2. Maria, maybe.
Yeah, martinis. There were an awful lot of martinis.
There is, like, I have no
martinis.
idea what you're talking about. Happy Comic Con to you guys. You guys are no stranger to New York Comic Con. What's it like to be able to be here, to get to connect with the fans?
It's amazing. I mean, I think, look, we shoot for so long in Scotland and we really are in such a little bubble, and when we get a chance like this to come out and meet the fans, I mean, it's incredible, and they're so supportive and generous and sweet, and it just, it makes it...
You sometimes forget about how, the sort of the enthusiasm and the anticipation for the next season, and it was great, isn't it? And it's like energizing as well.
Yeah.
They really...
It's also really hilarious to see people dressed up. As you or as your character. Or
have you seen a Jocasta yet?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
You've seen a Jocasta?
It's
That's
just
amazing.
Hilarious and brilliant.
Have you seen any Murtaghs?
I haven't seen any Murtaghs, and I'm quite angry about it.
We should write a letter.
Have we seen any Lord John Greys walking around?
No, but I did see a giant grey cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Which leads us
great.
into talking about ADSO. We have
Saison.
so many fun things to look forward to in season 5. A lot of drama in true Outlander fashion. But what I'm curious to know about is, are we going to be just pulling from Diana Gabaldon's The Fiery Cross, or are we going to be outsourcing to any more of her books this season?
I like the hand action.
I know.
Pulling, or are we outsourcing?
I think we're able to say we're bringing in certain elements of the next book. And I think, I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to say about that. Some elements, yes.
I think it's all
We'll leave it
within
at that.
her world, but there's also
Within.
another story. Obviously, Murtagh was not in the books, and or in this part of the books, and I think that's a really interesting storyline we have this season.
Yeah. Well, let's pick up, of course, on our season 4 cliffhanger. Jamie gets that notice from the governor saying that he needs to form a militia against the regulators, specifically against this guy right here.
That guy, yeah.
What can we expect? And I also want to know a little bit more about this romance we got brewing.
Yeah,
You've just
two.
hit upon 2 of the
Exciting.
biggest spoiler questions that you could possibly ask.
Of course I did.
She's tricky like that, huh?
So what can you tease about what's coming up for the 2 of you guys in this 5th season?
Oh gosh. Well, I definitely have relationships in season 5. I can't actually tell you who they're with, but I don't know. We can't say anything. 'Cause
I
they're
know.
just
Is he with a
I'm
giant grey
like
cat?
Mrs. Blooper. I'm just terrified I'm going to have a massive
Mrs.
blur.
Mrs. Blooper. Is that a new character?
Everything and just ruin
That's
it.
it, actually, Maria's playing 2 characters next week.
She is. That's the spoiler.
I like that. I like that. But we can talk a little bit about the fact that we were picking up on some romance vibes between Jocasta and Murtagh. It looked like Jamie was feeling it at the end and trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about the 2 of them that makes such a good pair?
It's Jocasta.
The Murtagh love is real.
I think
deep.
it's like this incredible thing when they meet. They've known each other like their whole lives, really. And for Jocasta, somebody to come back again and who has a whole wealth of the same shared experience, the same landscape and language, and there's so much that they understand together without having to talk. And I think she probably always had a little eye for him, but it was clear that he was in love with her sister, so she did, and she loved her sister. She didn't go messing them, but now.
Is
game on.
Jocasta kind of like a Black Widow? Like, she's got a lot of dead
Dead
ex-husbands.
Yeah.
And maybe
But she's got a
they're-
lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, there's something a little fishy about that.
A lot of engagement rings. I was mad for the engagement rings, yeah.
But I feel like we just reunited with Murtagh. I'm not ready to say goodbye to him. Please tell me that we can hold out hope.
Are we saying goodbye?
We love the character, and certainly it's a really strong story for Murtagh. He's pitched against Jamie, and they're on sort of opposing sides of this war, and I think it's a really strong storyline actually for us both to play.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most interesting scenes that I've got to play you're going to see in season 5. So some really juicy stuff coming up.
Well, David, it was so nice to see Lord John Grey come back into the fold in season 4 and bring, of course, little William with him. What can you tease for the fans about season 5, and will we get to see more of that extended Fraser family dynamic?
Gosh, man, that's a really tough question. But yes, Lord John does appear in season 5. I guess, what can I tease? It's quite clear that Lord John and Murtagh are on opposite sides of this whole regulator thing that's going on. And I think Lord John's sort of in the middle playing both sides because his allegiances are to the Frasers and to the Crown. So I guess that kind of plays for some interesting drama. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah. Like I said at the start of the interview, congratulations are due for Sam and Caitriona, because you all have been promoted to producers in addition to our leads.
That's right. We're looking to fire someone actually.
Oh, jeez.
It's been a while.
We'll see how the rest of the day goes.
Don't look at me. Stop looking
Do
at
you
me.
need coffees? Do you need anything?
Any
Water?
spoilers, and you're out.
But I was going to say, I'm like, so do you guys get any extra perks that come with that? What is that like to be able to also have a little bit of a pull? Do you get to maybe kind of influence what you'd like to see for your characters in the season?
No, it's been really interesting, I think, for both of us to be able to sort of take on this different responsibility. I mean, obviously, we sort of got this role after the book had already been broken and the storylines had already been drawn, but we've definitely been brought in earlier in the scripts, and it's really interesting to see sort of behind the scenes the work that goes into it, and I think, you know, having that understanding of why certain things are the way they are and everything has been quite a cool learning experience.
And it's just, I mean, we've always known our crew are fantastic, but you know, now we're sort of involved in production meetings and things, and you see the sort of preparation that goes into it and the work, and there's just this vast army of people behind the scenes that are working, you know, each year, day in, day out to make the show, and it's we're very lucky.
Yeah. Now, in the Fiery Cross, there are 2 weddings that take place. So I'm curious to know, are there wedding bells ringing maybe at River Run or Fraser's Ridge?
There's definitely a wedding.
There's definitely a wedding.
There's definitely a wedding.
A wedding.
A wedding. We just don't know whose wedding.
Yeah. Or maybe we renew our vows.
Oh, don't. That'd be great.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe.
Wait, don't suggest that. That would be lovely.
Well, who knows?
What can you tease about Jamie and Claire's dynamic as we go into season 5? We really got to see some sweet at-home moments with them. Are we going to get to see more of that Fraser family bonding? What can you tell us?
Yeah, of course. I think this is a really strong season for everyone, but I think for Claire and Jamie, it's this beautiful deepening of a relationship, and that's what's so great about getting to be on a show for this long, is that you get to really live with these characters, you know, with them getting older. There's a lot of wisdom. They know each other so much, and you know, it just, their love deepens, and I think people sort of fall in love sometimes with early passion over, you know, sort of the more day-to-day kind of connection, and I think that that's actually much more exciting in some ways.
Yeah, and you know, they're really strong together. There's still a lot of humour, there's still a lot of passion.
And there is passion there still.
But it's also, you know, this whole season, I think, is about the family, and about the family sort of needing each other to fight the sort of exterior forces, and the family really is getting torn apart this season.
How are they like as grandparents?
I think I'm pretty
Claire
good.
always has a pocket of boiled sweets in her.
I think I'm pretty, you know, Roger is pretty tough one, Roger. I think
You're kind of like the crotchety old patriarch
crotchety
now, aren't
old, sleepy, grumpy granddad. Yeah.
Meet the Frasers.
Frasers. Sophie and Richard are, of course, filming right now, and that's why they can't join us. But did you actually think that I wouldn't text Sophie and have her give you guys a surprise? So we have a special question coming in right now from Sophie Skelton, and she says, if you all could make a cocktail called the Felicia, what would be in it? Now, before you answer, please give us some context, because she would not fill me in on this one.
No, I don't think there needs any explanation.
No,
really.
I think we're just gonna. The Felicia would be.
Nothing is off limits. I think it's everything goes in there.
Okay, start throwing out ingredients.
There would be, well, we'd have to go with the base, but what would go
Vodka, let's go with
vodka
vodka.
base.
Yeah.
Bourbon, because we're in America.
Vodka
we're
mixed with
going into
bourbon?
the
Maybe
Long
some
Island
some
tea
tomato
sort of
juice.
thing.
I
What?
think tequila, a bit of porridge.
Oh my
Tomato
God.
Remind me
juice.
never to have Sam Heughan make me a cocktail.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Good
Bath
And,
Felicia.
and an umbrella.
Sam, while we're talking about drinks, let's do a natural segue so that you can plug your new whiskey that you're working on right
Yay,
now.
yes.
What can you tell for the fans out there about Sassenach?
The Sassenach whiskey, yes, it'll be hitting America hopefully in time for Christmas. We'll be doing pre-orders, and it's a limited edition, and it's just been a real passion project of mine, and I've really enjoyed creating, so being part of this whole process. It feels like a nice little side business to do.
Have you shared a dram with any of your Outlander fans
No.
and family?
No,
No.
it is not.
No.
It's
What
not.
the hell, man?
No.
Wow.
It's coming. It's
Talking
coming.
it up though.
Bath Felicia.
Yeah, Bath Felicia. But even though Sophie and Richard are not here, of course we want to talk about Roger and Bree. What can you tease about their dynamic moving forward? And will we get to see that first interaction between Roger and baby, who has not to be named, but although in the book it's Jeremiah? Like, what can I tease? Because I just threw a lot at you.
Yes, that was a very loaded question.
Yes.
I think this is a really great season for Brianna and Roger's characters.
Yeah.
They go through a lot. You know, they have a lot to overcome in their relationship. I mean, the events of the end of last season, it's not something that you can just fix in one fell swoop. So, you know, they have to really learn how to, I guess, cope with what happened and the consequences of that. But they're also being parents for the first time and everything that entails. So it's a really great storyline,
And also just getting used to living without the, normal comforts of the modern world.
Yeah.
Like that's an enormous thing to think about for
Yeah.
them as people as well as parents.
One of my favorite sweet moments of season 4 was when Claire and Bree were just naming things that they missed
Yeah.
from the modern age, cheeseburgers and all that great stuff. Are we going to be getting a lot more
Cheeseburgers?
mother-daughter bonding? Oh yeah, cheeseburgers.
we have some great stuff, and I always love working with Sophie. I mean, she's so incredible. She's such a talented actress, and you know, whenever we do get to have those moments, it's always really special. And we definitely have a few great ones this season too.
I loved getting to explore Bree's dynamic with each of you in season 4, but I particularly loved her dynamic with Lord John Grey. What was it like for you guys to find that connection of faux engagement for a little bit?
It was great. I guess I had to kind of defer my romance from Jamie to
his
Bree, kind of by proxy for a second. But it was a very whirlwind romance because it didn't last very long. I mean, got upstaged by Roger, of course. That's okay. I got Jamie in my life somehow, and I'll find my way back to you eventually, won't I?
Still here.
Still here.
It's like the saddest tale of unrequited love, really, isn't it?
I'm shedding a tear right now.
Could there ever be a chance that he could find someone new to love?
We all hope so, don't we?
We do. We hope so.
We
Claire's
I'm
always
open.
trying.
I'm single
Yeah.
and ready to
You know,
mingle.
she's-
Single and ready to mingle.
Is Claire his wingwoman?
My wing woman?
She's, anyone she meets in
handbag?
Wilmington, she's like, I know a great
should
young
go out
man
tonight.
somewhere.
Please.
Jamie, you stay home. We're going
Set
out.
me up.
Okay.
Any
Going
eligible
out for real.
bachelors?
Fantastic. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And for all you fans out there, stick with the stream. And for more Outlander, Season 5 premieres on February 16th, 2020 on Stars. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.